Hi everyone, today I'd like to show you my second sketchbook and talk about difference between urban sketching and sketching from photos. At first I will just flip through the pages and you can try to guess which sketches were done on location and which ones were drawn at my desk. At the end I'll go back to location sketches and talk about them a bit more. Let me know in the comment below if you guessed right. So, this time I used the everyday Etchr cold press sketchbook in A5 landscape format. I have to say I enjoyed painting on this 100% cotton much more than my previous Strathmore sketchbook, which was celluloid based. Cotton cold press has its pros and cons. When drawing with a zebra G-nib, which is quite sharp, the paper can feel a bit rough. The tip might snag, lines can break, and there might be some ink splatters. But in a way, that adds more character to the sketch. When it comes to watercolor though, the experience is much better. The paper dries slower, colors blend beautifully, and they stay vibrant. This sketchbook took me about 11 months to fill, and most of the sketches were done from photos. There are a few location sketches in here too, but back then I was still struggling to push myself to go out and sketch in public, and it's totally okay. Sketching from photos is not a crime or a cheat. It's not just urban sketching. According to the Urban Sketcher's Manifesto, the essence of urban sketching is capturing a scene directly from observation, immersing yourself in a place, taking in the atmosphere and translating that onto paper even when facing challenges like shifting light, changing weather, distractions from passers-by or time constraints. But at the same time, sketching on locations gives you the freedom to compose your own scene. And because you have to work faster, the sketches naturally have more energy. And let's be honest, a bit of adrenaline is just the cherry on top. Now, I understand that not everyone can always sketch on location. Some people have mobility issues, others don't have time to go somewhere new, and drawing the same surroundings over and over might get boring. Not everyone has access to a cozy cafe to escape bad weather, and not everyone lives in a city filled with interesting urban scenes. Sometimes you simply want to sketch a place you have no way of visiting in person. Whenever it's a distant city, a historical landmark, or just whenever that's out of reach. And of course, not everyone feels confident sketching in public, especially at the beginning of their creative journey, which was definitely my case too. That's why I think sketching from photos in this sketchbook has been incredibly valuable for me. It allowed me to focus on my pen technique, figure out my artistic direction, and most importantly, learn how watercolor works, especially water control, which is crucial for this medium. As a beginner, when you still know very little, there are already so many things to think about. Trying to manage all of that in a busy public space can feel overwhelming and might discourage new urban sketchers from even trying. But if your goal is to improve your observational skills and make sketching a long-term hobby, sooner or later you will have to push yourself to go out and sketch in public. And I know it sounds intimidating, but trust me, once you do it, you will realize it's not as scary as it seems. With each experience, it will feel more natural and easier. Let's move on to some sketches done on location. This was my first attempt at sketching a plane, done at the local airport while we were waiting for our holiday vacation flight. It didn't turn out great, and since our flight was delayed and the plane changed its angle, I gave it another try, which I think turned out better. The next one I sketched at our hotel complex during the vacation. This time I tried to include people in the sketch, which was a bit of a challenge. But overall, I think starting with sketching on vacation is a great idea. There's a very small chance of running into someone you know. Sometimes when traveling with family or friends, it can be harder to fit sketching into your plans. That's why I choose this simple subject. It was quick to finish. I sketched this during an organized evening plein air session with a group of fellow sketchers. I rarely get the chance to sketch with others, but I always enjoy it and find it really motivating. And since I arrived early, I had time to sketch this one as well. And I almost forgot one thing. I think it's okay to copy your idols in your sketchbook as long as you don't claim their work as your own and credit the source. One of my favorites is Captain Tom, and I made these two sketches based on his work. Since I still struggle with the certain stiffness in my drawings, I wanted to see if I could get the feel of his loose, effortless strokes. Well, not quite yet. All in all, why I absolutely see value of sketching from photos as a great practice tool, let's not confuse it with urban sketching. There's nothing more frustrating than searching for real on-location urban sketching videos, hoping to learn from others' experiences in a field, only to be flooded with videos of people drawing architecture from their desk and calling it urban sketching. That's actually one of the main reasons I started this channel, because I couldn't find enough content focused on true urban sketching, and personally I love watching these kind of videos. Now, what about you? Do you prefer sketching from photos, or would you like to try urban sketching one day? And for those who already sketch on locations, what does it bring to you? And what challenges did you have to face at the beginning? And how do you feel about it now? Let's chat in the comments.